Well, I'm running a bit late this morning. A little bit of chatting with Ness, a little bit of catching up on emails and trying to answer some of your user comments on the channel. But I need to get started with my day. But before I get started, I got something I want to share with you about what you saw in the intro. It's that little tumbler, and I'll explain a little bit more about that after the intro this morning. So let's go ahead and get today started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to yet another episode of My PI Dream. Today's Friday, day 5 of the workday schedule this week, and the guys are upstairs already. They're working on the tile work. I gave them that heat gun yesterday, and they had big smiles on their face. I think it'll be easier using the heat gun than using a torch. I think the torch would actually put too much heat on some and it would do more damage than good. So they're happy about that. This morning already, I worked a little bit down in the driveway. I'm going to shift my focus over to the raised bed garden again. Remember, I need to continue doing that fencing around it. But my gardener left this morning. He dumped a bunch of soil where he pulled the sand out. And I just wanted to spread the soil, get the soil inside all the holes, so he can focus hopefully this afternoon. I don't know if he'll do sod or if he'll continue to dig some of the sand out on another chunk of that area down there. I don't know what his strategy is. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I don't know if you noticed this morning, but in the opening, I found something that's really amazing. Anytime I find anything that is out of the ordinary, a product or a service or something like that, I always like to share that with you. And I don't do it too often, but this morning it's this little cup right here. It's a tumbler. This is the Doshisha beer tumbler right here. This was given to me by one of my family members. I think it was, I can't remember if it was for a birthday present or if it was for Christmas. I think it was for a Christmas present. But I just recently started using this, and this is one of the most amazing inventions that I've ever seen. And amazing is the fact that you put ice in this, and I don't know how the insulation works or the shape or what. You know how hot it is in the Philippines, and ice just doesn't stand a chance out here. It melts so fast. But this little tumbler right here, I will tell you, I will, at nighttime, I will put ice in here and I'll drink water, or I'll drink what you saw I did this morning. I mix up, I do a pre-mix of some water, a little bit of ice, and some lemon. It's just a lemon drink mix, and I just put a small amount from the packet inside my big outdoor shaker, and I keep pouring it over this right here. But I will tell you, the ice, when I fill this ice up inside here, especially at nighttime, I'll leave it maybe at 10 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night, and in the morning, maybe 8 hours, 9 hours later, this thing is still holding the ice up to about here inside here. I've never seen anything like that before. And I'm always looking for something that will keep beer cold. You know, when you drink beer, you know, for those of you who drink beer, and if you're a slow drinker, I'm a very slow drinker, whether it be coffee or beer, any type of drink. And it just seems like it gets warm. The coldness gets warm, or a cup of coffee gets cold too fast. Well, I'm not an endorser for this. I don't get any money for any of this. But again, I like sharing with you when I find something that's kind of revolutionary. And I think this is kind of revolutionary. Another thing, it doesn't sweat. When you put it on your table, because of the insulation on the inside, you get no sweat on the outside or the inside of this thing. So it's a great for just about anything. If you have a table surface that you don't want to put a coaster down, this works right. Anyway, let's go ahead and get today started, because I need to get started on the raised bed garden. We'll do some checkups of the guys upstairs doing the tile. Especially, I hope they get to that molding today, and I'm curious if they can pull it off. I don't know if they can. If they can't, I'm going to try it myself. I think with a lot of patience and technique, I think we can get that fitted properly. It's lunchtime, and I have been working, and I'll show you what I've been doing. I didn't capture any of the footage of the construction today, because yesterday and the day before, you saw me doing all the sawing, and you saw me doing the assembly, and I just kind of got caught up since I'm running so late today. What I did was I started making like an assembly line downstairs for the last two. Since I was running late, I figured if I do it that way, where I cut all the pieces ahead of time, then when it comes to assembly later on, it'll be a lot quicker. So we'll walk into the backyard real quick. We'll take a look at, I just put a couple of the stock rail pieces on the bottom. Yeah, we'll go take a look at that. So again, I only did just a couple of pieces. There's more pieces that are already cut in the basement, in the workshop. So this is what I got right now. I have these bottom sections. Remember, these are the pieces right here that the diagonals will go into, and they'll go in pretty quick once I do cut them. The top pieces, I also have these same 4 pieces right here for the 2 sections. I have those cut. 2 of them are already drilled for the screws. I have to do the drills holes for the other one as well. Then the top piece will be real easy. It's just a piece of the 2x4, and jeez, what is up with you? Oh, you didn't see yesterday. I don't know if you caught it. It's probably really hard to catch in the time-lapse videography. But Hapon, he was going crazy with me back here. I thought maybe he was assisting me with doing work, but he was doing this yesterday. And he kept getting in between my legs when I was working back here on this section of the fence right here. He loves the backyard. Hapon absolutely loves the backyard. So I'll post a few of those pictures from yesterday that are still shots from the time-lapse videography. Let's go upstairs real quick and see where the guys are in the bathroom and the comfort room upstairs as far as the tiling goes. Now I'm kind of excited about this. I told him he would have to cut each one of these segments inside here, and he indicated through kind of like sign language and all that he was not going to have to cut this area. He would be able to bend it using the heat gun that I had. Now it's not exact. This still has to be pushed back, I feel. But I didn't think he would be able to do it this well. I think it's going to look really good. So doing a great job, better than what I expected. And inside the shower here, you can see the tile is going in place. They did the tile. I asked them to do the back first, and let me explain to you why I asked them to do the back first. So we're going to kind of call this the tip of the day. So if you have a back plane, which is the back wall where the control is, if you have the back wall and you put that tile in first, then you have another section of tile that you meet up to it just like this, all right? When you put the grout in between there, and you're standing from this section right where you are, if you're looking at it like this, you don't really see the grout so much. It looks like a nice complete section of stonework that's inside there. Now if you do the opposite way, if you do the side first and you meet up the back plane against the side, when you walk into the shower, you're going to see that line. You can see me through it. And that's kind of exaggerated right there, but you're going to see the grout line like this. I always like doing it just like this for the viewing and for the aesthetic effect. Okay, so let's take a look inside the shower. Now in the shower, they're working on, the one worker is working on a tile in here. Now I asked him yesterday, I said, let's fill this in first because it's going to be more difficult once the tile is up to put the fill and to try to get this levelness from the back of the bench system right here and make it nice and smooth without getting concrete inside or mortar mix inside here. But it seems like it'll be okay. I think we'll be fine, but I kind of wish he would have done this first. Well, everything looks like it's going fine up here. They're truing up the squareness inside the shower to compensate for the incorrect walls, and the archway seems to be coming out fine. I just hope it's nice and flush and tight inside with the tile once they install the tile up there, and I think it will be. Well, anyway, it is lunchtime. Those guys are already eating their lunch. Let me go downstairs. I'm going to eat that, I think that shopow that Jojo and Pat brought by yesterday. That'll make for a great lunch. Well, let me get some lunch done, chat with Ness before she goes to sleep, and then we will get back into some more construction later on in the afternoon. I don't know what got into Hapon. I thought he was with me all day. I don't know when he snuck over to the planter and dug all the soil out of the plant. I don't know. I have no idea why he did that. Why'd you do that, Hapon? He's pleading the fifth. So I got to clean up this mess that Hapon left me. I don't know what got into the boy. So let's go ahead and do a wrap up because it's the end of the day. Let's go see what is completed upstairs. Now I'm going to tell you right now, I know there's probably not a lot done for the walls, the shower walls upstairs, because our second tiler, he left for the afternoon. He didn't come back after lunch. So we only had one tiler, and he was the one that was doing the travertine, and he was doing that archway area. So that's probably what we're going to see the most amount of progress up there. Let's go ahead and check on that, and then we'll close for the day. So as you can see, some progress on the inside and a lot of progress on the outside. Almost done. He'll have this finished up tomorrow. And I will tell you right now, doing the travertine, it takes quite some time, because if you remember, if you looked at my renovation of my bathroom back in the US, I did all of this myself. And I did cutting. All of these had a full piece of travertine in the center, and what I did was I cut off, these were about half sizes on both sides, so I cut every one. I did all the beveling, like I did the beveling of these also, and I will tell you, it is really intricate, time-consuming work, but it looks good, it looks really good, and it's going to really pay off when this gets done. And like I said earlier, we are still at the same state inside here. This is where it was at lunchtime, and the guy that was doing the inside area here, he left at lunchtime. So hopefully he'll be in tomorrow. This scope will go pretty fast because this is mainly plain tile, except for cutting for the corners inside here, and then cutting around for the control fixture and the little hole up there. So, but this area should go. I would say this is probably 2 more days. So tomorrow is Saturday. So I'm going to take a gamble and say that this will all be done in here by close of business on Monday, with the exception of the mosaic that has to be done up by the shower head area up there. And that's going to be pretty much about a 4-hour job. I think it's going to take him to do that. That'll be half a day. I think that's everything up here for today. Let's go and look at a little bit of work I got done in the raised bed garden today. Okay, and finally for me, for the project, I didn't think I was going to get this done because I started an hour late, so I lost an hour on this today. But I think doing that assembly method that I did down in the basement, it actually helped me get a lot more accomplished. And I'll probably do that when I start working on these back pieces back here. So as you see, I got these 2 sections done. These 2 sections are in. 2, 4, 6 sections are done. And that's the hardest part. That's the biggest part. So I just have some small pieces. I still have about 2 days worth of work inside here because it has to do with some minor details, just like that travertine upstairs. They're small. The smaller pieces sometimes take longer than the bigger pieces. And all the stuff you see on the outside, that's from construction. Remember, all of this, every bit of this is leftover from the project. It's residue. It's construction residue. So it's coming in really good hand. Well, that's it for this portion right here. Something else I wanted to show you is my lemon tree back here. Now, for the first time, this lemon tree has blossoms, which will eventually be a lemon, I hope. We have a blossom here, we have a blossom here, and I thought I saw another one over here somewhere. So we have at least 2 blossoms on here. So I'm anxious for this one to start growing lemons. So we have a lemon tree here, and we have the lemon tree over on the other side of here. Well, anyway, that's about it for today. But before I close for today, I have 2 birthday shout-outs that I need to get out. One is for the 20th, September 20th. It's a belated birthday shout-out, but the reason it's a belated birthday shout-out is because it came in on Facebook, and I don't really do a lot of stuff on Facebook. So please, if you send me something for a shout-out, please don't do it on Facebook. Please do it either through my email or through the comment section of My PI Dream on YouTube. Anyway, for yesterday, for September 20th, it's Gilda Bunbin's husband, Francis Cabananai. I hope I pronounced that right. I don't really know. I'm terrible with these last names, these challenging last names. Anyway, it was Francis's birthday yesterday. As well, we have another shout out for tomorrow. And this is special. All the birthday shout outs are special, but this one's special because it's going to somebody's Lola. So I'm going to read this one because if I don't read it, I know, even reading it, I'm going to mess up the names, but I'm going to try to do my best by reading it. So anyway, Alexander Matter and his mom, Lenny Kainoi Lupian, are wishing their Lola Villanova Lupian a happy 80th birthday. And they also have a side note that they shared with us, and it has to do with the recent typhoon that came through. And this is what Lenny said. She said that the typhoon that passed had taken away the roof and destroyed the house of her cousin, Vanessa Caraballo Adams. So anyway, our prayers and our thoughts go out to your family for a speedy and swift recovery. So anyway, to all of our birthday recipients today, I want to wish all of you a happy birthday. Well, that's about it for today, folks. Tomorrow is Saturday, and I will tell you ahead of time, tomorrow is a scheduled 12-hour brownout. 12-hour brownout, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. But now, as you know, Villa Feliz is a no brownout area, or a no brownout over 8-second area, because we have the generator and it takes 8 seconds for the electricity to come back on. So that's a good thing, which means that we will have electricity for all the sawing and things that need to be done so construction doesn't stop even during brownouts here. So that being said, I'm going to close for today. So if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You'll be subscribed and you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until such time, you have a wonderful and blessed day.